Hi, everyone. May peace be on you all, and welcome to season 10 of I'm a Muslim and That's Okay. And I am back. Your host, Shayla, is back. And good grief. I'm like, season 10, and for everybody who's new to this whole maddening playground, season 10 does not mean I've been on this roller coaster ride for 10 years. Although I probably should stop doing this, but it's so much fun, It confuses people, and I love it. But the fact is, every time I take a break, I just start out with a new season. So take a break every summer and winter. So the summer just passed, and I'm back. And in all honesty, I've been doing this for only 4 years, but I've taken 10 breaks. So that's why, every time I come back after that, it's a new season. But anyway, I am back, and last season 9, I had just done my 100th episode, and wow, still can't believe that one. But took a break for the summer, kids home, it's all madness, and they're not gonna leave me alone. Like, every parent knows this. They're just gonna be all over you, no peace and quiet. So now they're finally off to school, and I can record in peace. But yeah, this summer's been interesting. I mean, oh gosh, as is, we exist in a socio-political sphere that is pretty shaky, pretty rocky. We have a new Democratic presidential candidate, and still we have multiple ongoing genocides. It's just, there's so much rhetoric out there about who to vote for, who to not vote for, and what should and shouldn't happen, shouldn't be. And I'm just sitting there, like, throughout the summer, I'm like, okay, America is at a cusp at this point. We've got big decisions to make. You have the narrative that vote for one and you will not be fascist, and vote for the other. But either way, neither candidates is doing much for the ongoing genocide in Palestine and in the Congo and Sudan. And, like, I've mentioned this in prior seasons, prior episodes, that it's not about us singularly that this election affects. Our policies, especially now, we live in a global atmosphere. What happens in one place definitely affects everything globally. We got to make the right choice. That what are we here to support? Number one. And two, even with, current governmental systems, even if you don't look at the entire global rhetoric, it is increasingly apparent in the US especially that the interest of the average American is not at heart at all, with the rising inflation and billionaires becoming trillionaires. Dear God, I not as like an average person can't even fathom the amount of money that is $1 trillion. And I saw this on the internet, so please don't quote this as fact, but and I believe this because I don't even think you could fit the number 1 trillion onto a calculator. Correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody was saying that if you were from the time of the pharaohs you earned $1,000 every day, you still would not be up to 1 trillion when you get to where we are in current time. And even if that is inaccurate, it probably isn't inaccurate by much. $1 trillion is a lot. Even $1 billion is a lot. It's you look at a lot of these statistics for these billionaires. I'm not going to be naming billionaires, but there was a very famous wedding in my part of the world. I come from Pakistan, by the way, but it's not. It was a South Asian wedding. We're not going to go into the specifics, but if you search it up, you'll see the famous wedding of a a billionaire who like flew in all of these celebrities, paying them 10, 20 million. And that billionaire's total net worth is 129 billion at that time. Like, this is probably a little old as a statistic. And I'm sitting there, 129 billion. Currently, there are about a little more than 8 billion people in the world. If this man gave $1 billion to each and every one of us, he'd still have, what, 120 billion left. That ends like world poverty right there. And I mean, yeah, the amount of money is so ridiculous. Nobody in this country and around the world should be having that kind of money. Okay? So that's the point here. Average American is seeing no money, billionaires getting richer. We need to stop this progression. We really need an overhaul of the system where the rich are getting richer and the poor are just getting poorer. Like, we don't have, like, in actuality, you don't have much of a middle class anymore. It's either you're filthy rich or you're uber poor. It's not something we want to leave behind for our kids, for sure. So that's what's going to happen this season of my podcast episode. We're going to take a little bit of like a deep dive, and I'm not even sure if I can call it politics, but the fact is that we need to take a deeper look into the socio-political economics of what we are existing in right now, and really really think about it. Like, what is our vote going towards? Doesn't matter which party you're going for. How are we going to solve this crisis for ourselves, and for our kids? Because again, another meme from the internet, but most of us are closer to being on the streets than being a billionaire. That's like cold hard facts. The real estate is going through the roof. People, I mean, can't like make ends meet, especially when minimum pay in a lot of places is barely $15 an hour. And then, even with $15 an hour, you're barely making 30,000 a year. That's literally nothing. You can't really raise a family on that. So that's it. Jobs are hard to find, and your minimum wage hasn't gone up. Working conditions for the average American are terrible. So I'm going to be taking a deep dive, taking a closer look at what it is, why it is, and I can't give solutions, but I will be giving y'all something to think about. So I'm hoping that the guests I can bring in really give their perspectives on what's going on, what can be done about it, or at least what we should take into consideration when we vote. And I know that's going to be different for different people, but at the baseline of it is that what are we leaving behind for our kids? And on all honesty, it's not about religious affiliation or personal beliefs. If a lot of our money is going to fund wars, genocides, all that, we don't have really great veteran care. Okay, why should our people be going to war when we desperately need all that funding within the US itself? So that's what I'm hoping to be. And that's not all that's going to be for my episode. I'm going to be bringing in different guests, different perspectives, as always. That's what I do. And if you'd like a guest to come onto my podcast, just drop me a line. My email address will be in the show notes. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm at imamuslimpodcast.com. Oh, actually, that's my website address, www.imamuslimpodcast.com. But my Instagram is at imamuslimpodcast. And send me a DM, send me an email, whatever suggestion and other things I can do within my podcast, other topics you'd like me to discuss. Because this season might be more on a serious note, just because I feel At this point, it is integral that whatever information we have really helps us move in the right direction as a country. Um, we can't go on doing what we've done before. We really have to use critical thinking skill caps. I probably should put that in my merch, put those on and really make the right decisions. Uh, and I saw this again. I'm like, I'm getting all my knowledge from the internet, but hey, if it's good, I'm gonna pass it on. But the thing is, that's what I'd read, that it's about time to flip the roles. It's not that we are following our politicians, but we are in the position that we demand what we want from our politicians. Too long have we been given empty promises and really nothing concrete for us and our children's future has been done. Everything seems to be going downhill. We just can't allow that to happen. We need to put the pressure on and really think about issues that impact us as a nation and move on from there. So I hope you will join me and in this season 10 of mine. And we go forward trying to make the best decisions we can in the upcoming elections in November. Dear God, I mean, like, just thinking about it makes me very anxious because, gosh, a lot of things need to be fixed. Not that it's not doable. That's the thing. I have hope, especially, I mean, I love me, the younger generation. The Gen Zers are doing good, and the younger millennials doing good. So we gotta, you take, like, follow their lead, do the critical thinking, do our research, and figure out how we can make this country and this world a better place for our kids. So that's my words of wisdom for right now. But as always, episodes will be every 2 weeks unless otherwise stated on my Instagram. So that's the thing. If you're on my Instagram, you'll know if there's like a delay, and it rarely happens, but sometimes, I get sick or life throws, life curveballs, and I can't make an episode. So, but you'll find out if that ever happens. But you'll also find out when my newest episode is coming out and who's my new guest and so on and so forth. Also extra tidbits of videos that I have on there, my content, my stories of the stuff that I like. So it's a nice place to hang out if you want to hang out with me. I also have my YouTube channel if you just want the videos. Nothing else, just want the videos. You can always follow me at I'm a Muslim Podcast. You search it up on YouTube, you'll find me there. And yeah, you'll find me on all major podcasting platforms. You know that. I'm grateful to all the people who have been there with me these past 4 years, now 100 plus episodes. I'm so grateful to all y'all. So until next time, 2 weeks from now, take care of yourself and may peace be on you all.